Hi everyone, in this video we are talking about Bayon Temple. The Bayon was the state temple of King Jayavarman VII, built at the end of the 12th century. It is a mountain temple built to represent Mount Meru, the center of the universe in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. The king had the temple constructed in the center of Angkor Thom, the 9 square kilometers large capital city of the Khmer Empire. 4 roads from the 4 entrance gopuras of Angkor Thom lead directly to the temple. Unlike most Khmer temples, the Bayon is not surrounded by a moat and walls with gopura entrance gates. Archaeologists believe that instead the moat and walls of Angkor Thom served as the temple's line of defense. Buddhist temple with separate shrines for Vishnu and Shiva. The Bayon was built as a Buddhist temple. A statue of the main idol, a seated Buddha image sheltered under the hoods of the snake Mukalinda, was discovered in a pit under the main shrine. Turned into a Hindu temple. A few decades after the death of King Jayavarman VII, the temple was turned into a Hindu temple when King Jayavarman VIII reverted the official Khmer religion back to Hinduism. Images of the Buddha were destroyed or turned into Hindu images. Shrine for Vishnu and Shiva. Although the Bayon was a Buddhist temple, other gods were also worshipped. Separate shrines were dedicated to Vishnu and Shiva, while countless other deities were worshipped. Complicated design. The Bayon is best known for the mysterious faces on its many towers. Due to its many alterations over time, the structure is of a very complicated design and has a cluttered feel, with the many towers and other structures cramping the monument. The Bayon has 3 enclosures: the galleried 3rd and 2nd enclosure, and the inner enclosure, which contains the 3rd floor platform with the central sanctuary. Two concentric galleries are sculpted with bas-reliefs. The inner galleries contain mainly religious and mythological scenes, while the outer galleries mainly show historical events, battles and scenes from daily life. The Bayon's face towers. The Bayon is best known for its large number of serene faces sculpted on its towers. Originally there were 49 towers, decorated with large carved faces looking into each of the 4 cardinal directions. Close to 200 faces, the largest ones being almost 2.5 meters high, decorate the 37 remaining towers of the 1st and 2nd enclosure. While most towers contain 4 faces, some only have 3, and one tower only bears a single face, probably due to a lack of space. Depictions of Lokeshvara. In Initially the faces were believed to represent Brahma, the Hindu god of creation depicted with 4 heads. When it was later established that the Bayon was not a Hindu temple but a Buddhist one, archaeologists believed the faces to be of Lokeshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion. The similarity of statues of Jayavarman VII and the face towers had led some to believe that it is the king himself whose face is depicted on the towers. The second enclosure. The second enclosure measures 80 meters long by 70 meters wide. It consists of corner galleries and inner galleries built on different levels. Its corner towers and intermediate towers are decorated with large faces of Lokeshvara. The bas-reliefs sculpted on the galleries contain mainly Hindu religious and mythological scenes. The circular, narrow and rather dark inner galleries were likely built first. The inner galleries contained a large number of sculptings of the Buddha. Only a few have survived. Most of them were destroyed or turned into Shaivite images during the Hindu reaction of Jayavarman VIII in the 13th century. Built around the inner galleries, the rectangular corner galleries are at a lower level than the inner galleries. They were probably added later. The first enclosure. The first enclosure consists of the third-floor platform holding the central sanctuary. Like the second enclosure, the images of the Buddha have been destroyed or turned into Shaivite images. The central sanctuary that has a 5-meter diameter is accessed on the east through a number of chambers and vestibules. On either side is a structure that might have been libraries. Around the circular central sanctuary are 8 sanctuary towers bearing sculpted faces, forming the circular first enclosure. Around it are 4 satellite sanctuaries. The western sanctuary is dedicated to Vishnu, the northern one to Shiva. Next to each of them, on the second floor is a structure that might have been a library. The southern sanctuary is dedicated to the Buddha. During excavation works of the central sanctuary, a large broken Buddha image was discovered in a pit under the sanctuary. The 3.60-meter-high image in the meditation mudra is seated on the coiled body of the snake Mukalinda, sheltered by its hood. The image has been restored and is now enshrined in a pavilion at a Buddhist terrace named Vihar Prampal Love, along the way from the royal palace east to the Victory Gate.